Hello everyone, all you creative lovelies. Thank you for signing in and watching this today. I'm Miranda of Merwenzel, pretty much self-explanatory. Today we're going to go through my Soe Soe order. I actually had unboxed it on a different day and I haven't had a chance to swatch it. So I wanted to go through my Soe Soe order, which is from Australia. And then I also wanted to swatch some other new inks that kind of arrived at the same time that I ordered from Stylo. So 2 different orders and swatching. So Soe Soe, I don't even have my book here. I believe I discovered Soe Soe watching, I don't know, I think it was Karen Loves to Plan, or maybe it was my Dandelion Diaries, and they had talked about Soe Soe and I got curious. Being roughly a year into the fountain pen world, I don't know all the things yet, so I'm learning as I go, and as I watch, different pen friends or pen people that are also inspired or love the same things, I learn new things as I go along. And so let me just find the page here. So from Soe Soe, I had placed an order, and I received the order, and it came relatively quick. So I would say I placed an order from Australia last December from Van Diemen's. And it actually took, granted it was the holiday season, so it probably took a bit longer because of the holiday season, but this shipment arrived really quickly. I would say within a week and a half maybe, which was really impressive. And shipping is expensive from Australia to Canada, but no much more than I think when I order things from other suppliers, even local, not locally, but domestically within Canada, the shipping kind of varies too. So it wasn't that outrageous, I felt, for ordering. But if you factor in that, we're ordering little sample bottles and stuff, it does kind of seem expensive. But I think to each their own, whatever floats your boat. And this floated my boat, so I'm okay with it. Okay, so my order from Soe Soe, I ordered 5 different inks, 4 samples, and 1 bottle. And I will say, I had read somewhere or had seen somewhere that with your orders, they tend to send you a free sample. I did not get a free sample. So what I did get was in this little business card that they included, they also included a little swatch of an ink. So I guess that's kind of nice to kind of see a different color on a piece of paper. I'm not sure. In any regard, it was still well packaged. It came nice. And so the reason why I placed the order was because I have been wanting and coveting Kitty Inkpot inks, and they are one of the suppliers that carry them. I don't normally order them through AliExpress. I know that you can get them from there, but I try to stay away from AliExpress and Temu and stuff like that just because my own personal reasons. But Kitty Inkpot, so I got the Moonlit Rose Garden, which is a Kitty Inkpot and Soe Soe exclusive. It's a blue color. We will see how it unfolds as we swatch it. I also ordered the Pen BBS number 584 Yeely. I believe this is a purpley color. Let's just spend a moment here and admire how cute these little sample bottles are. These aren't going into Goodwill or any sort of reuse center or the garbage. These will be, once I do go through this sample, these will be reused because why would you not reuse them? They're super cute. And then I also ordered the Kitty Inkpot Mountain Smoke Beyond the Bamboo Grove, which is a green color. The Kitty Inkpot City of Gardenias, which is a pinky color, I believe. This is Love at 37 degrees or minus 37 degrees. It is also a pinky kind of taupey color. Then I also they didn't have a 5mm, so I ordered the 2mm. And this was the Kobe Doli, I think it's Doki Doki, and I think it's just spelt wrong here because on the website it said Doki Doki. And on my little sheet here, my little order sheet, it says that it's Doki Doki, I believe. So you can see right there. Anywho, and then I also have Diamine Pansy, which I actually got this off Amazon, surprisingly. And then I have the Robert Oster Heart of Gold. I love inks or watercolors that just look like pure gold. So this is supposed to give that, and so I'm really hopeful that it does what it says it's supposed to do. And then I also picked up Wearing Gule's Persephone. Maybe I could speak properly. This is a beautiful purple with purple shimmer, and purple is my favorite color, which also I never wear purple. I don't have purple decoration in my house. I just really love the color purple, especially jewel toned purples. So it's kind of weird. Like my whole aesthetic in my home, even my wardrobe is all sort of like neutrals, like monochromatic, black, white, grays, and then I add color in with like jewelry or, you know, whatnot and stuff. So anyways, side tab, I will close that one. But that's what we are swatching today. So I'm going to swatch them and we can kind of see how they unfold. Okay, so this is Kobe Doki Doki. And I'm using, this is the Dominant Industry muddler, ink muddler, I believe. And I got it off of, I think, Wonder Pens. And I'm swatching this onto Tomo River paper 52 GSM. And then I also have my, I know I always call this thing wrong. I always say Yakimori, but it's Kakimori. It's my Kakimori dip pen with the brass nib, which is great for swatching also. So I can probably use that. And then I'm going to use a few different tips from my Sailor dip pen. So I have this Fude tip, I believe, right here, which actually I might just use this because I can do a bunch of different lines. And then I also have the other one, which has the stub nib. I believe that's a stub nib, the 1.0, and then the fine, which is the F. So I'll put that aside and I'll just pop this one in and see. So we'll just dip this one in here. So I don't know about you, but in where I am, I struggle to grab a baby wipes. This is like, baby wipes are like my go-to supply. I always have them because I find it's way easier to clean up my mess with baby wipes than having a hoard of paper towels and stuff. But okay, so this is Kobe Doki Doki. And sorry, I was saying for us, like it's starting to feel like spring. We're starting to get longer days here, which is really nice. And I'm just gonna stop talking because I can't write and talk and think at the same time. Just not that talented. So this is Kobe Doki Doki. I'll just try using this pen here. I always hate like wasting ink that's on here, but I mean at the same time it is just ink and there's probably like barely anything on there, so we'll just rinse it off. Try not to be too precious with stuff because life is short. Let's just enjoy it. Okay. I have my trusty little tea towel, old tea towel here that I use to blot and wipe off and dry and whatnot. Okay, so that is Doki Doki. Then we have, let's do City of Gardenias next. None of these have shimmer in them, except for Pansy and, except for the other three. So these other ones I do not have shimmer in them. So we'll just drop a couple of drops here. That may or may not be too much. Who knows? So again, this is City of Gardenias, and it goes down sort of like a gray purple. But I believe it's kind of pinky. Oh, there's like no ink there. What's going on? light. Okay, next up is Love at -37 degrees. This color is almost like a taupey color. But with some pinks and some blues and almost like some sage. It's so pretty. Then our next one we'll do is, excuse me, Kitty Inkpot Mountain Smoke Beyond the Bamboo Grove. I ordered this one because I really loved the shading that I saw in the sample. And so I thought it might be really, really nice. I'm really into greens lately, especially olive greens and grays. So was up my alley. I don't know if I'll be able to fit all of this. Oops, this is the wrong pen here, but maybe I can still use it. Oh, super thick. Let's switch that up a little bit here. Mountain. I'm feeling like I should have taped this paper down so that it didn't shift on me as I used it, because it tends to buckle given just the ink depositing on it. All right, I'm just gonna move you a bit closer here. Next we have Pen BBS Ely. This is a beautiful purpley, like mauve. I don't even know, like it's like a nice, it's a beautiful purple with pinky tones. So it's like a pinky, a cool shade of purple, I guess is what people would call it. So we'll just dip that. So this is Pen BBS. Let me not write Kitty Inkpot. Pen BBS. Number 584. I do find that it's nice to have a little bit of writing sample to see what the writing sample looks like, because sometimes when I swatch, I find that what you see in the swatch might not necessarily be what comes out of the pen when you write, just because of the the width of the writing or whatnot and stuff. I don't know if I explained that properly. It's like I find like, so some, like let's say heavy sheening inks, if you swatch it, the sheen just overpowers the swatch itself. Whereas if I have it in one of my like medium pens, let's say, and I write with it, you only really see the sheen where the ink is heavier. So if I was basing, you know, what I picked that ink for writing based off the swatch alone, it would be harder to, because I would think, oh, this is like super sheeny and the sheen overpowers. And so then I might be more inclined to move away from that ink. However, a lot of inks that are heavy sheening write beautifully and give that look that I, you know, love. But in, you know, painting and stuff, it's better for me to dilute them and use them that way. Okay, the next step is Kitty Inkpot Moonlit Rose Garden. And so I bought the bottle of this because I really loved the color and I felt like it would be a blue that I would use quite frequently. So I decided, you know, why not invest in the bottle itself? And I don't recall it being super pricey. But it's so pretty. It's like a nice, like, almost like a muted navy blue. And I don't know why I'm not using the other end of my Buddler stick to write with, because I can dip it in and write with it as well. I do find I tend not to because it's so short, like in my hand, so it doesn't have a proper resting spot, so it just feels really awkward to write with, but I will do it in this instance. So this is Kitty, if the ink flows, let's say. Oh my goodness, it's like not even, what's happening? It's probably the way I'm holding it. Oh my goodness. Okay, clearly I have to hold it like up and down. So this is Kitty Inkpot Moonlit Rose Garden. I would say it's not the best writing pen, as you can see. And now this is gonna like, it's fine. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it as a writer for sure. Or it could be an operator issue. That's very possible as well. I'm just gonna do one final dip with my Kakimori, even though I'm really just trying to squish it in here. Okay, so that is Moonlight Rose Garden. And then let's go with Diamine Pansy. This one again, no, I think it does have shimmer actually. I think it's just sheen actually. But this one is, oops. It's such a beautiful purple. It's like a rich, dark purple. I love it. So we'll do that, and then we'll dip it in here to write with, as I get ink all over. I don't know how anyone doesn't get ink all over the, whatever you call that part. And I'm just smushing it everywhere now, so that's cool. Okay, so this one is Diamine Pansy. And I love writing with broader nibs because I find my writing is much neater for whatever reason. Whereas if I write with a fine nib, I find my writing's already small to begin with, but my writing gets even more small and crowded. So I don't know what it is. All right, so we'll just get this guy going here. Oh, it's such a rich purple. I love it. Okay, our next one is Robert Oster Heart of Gold. Okay. Anyways, what I was saying before, and then I totally sidetracked and stopped myself, was that our weather, even though, like, okay, who wants to talk about weather all the time? But when you live in winter, several months of the year, and the sun starts to shine consecutively for many days in a row, you rejoice. It is a wonderful thing to have sunshine for that amount of time. Ooh, so this is like almost like a mustardy from where I'm sitting anyways. Like a mustard, very heavy in the shimmer. Beautiful. Can't wait to watercolor with this one. All right, so this one is Robert Oster. Just slide this up a little bit here. Heart of Gold. Ooh, it is shimmery. And my pen was loaded up with ink there. Oh, I should see my watercolors turning like this purpley goldy. I don't think the camera will pick it up. Anyways, I always love watching my water change color. Okay, so that is Heart of Gold. It is looking beautiful. And then our last ink new to me is the Wearing Gule, which is a Korean brand, I believe, Persephone. So, and I ordered this because the purple color and the purple shimmer just blew me away. Or like it's like a pinky purple shimmer, but I love it. And I'm just gonna go like this and gently agitate it is what I've been told. Okay, this is our final one. Let's get this on the paper. Oh, I have all my purples in a row here. Not planned. Oh, feels like a slightly drier ink, or maybe I didn't load my brush up enough. Or my glass muddler. All right, let's get the dip pen in there going. So this is Wearing Gule. Persephone. That is what it looks like in strokes, and then in a little bit of a broader stroke. Oh. All right, so that is our ink. And then once this dries, I will come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, I took a little break and went to my son's soccer game, and now I'm back and these have dried, although it doesn't take this long to dry, obviously. So you can now see the Kobe Doki Doki has some beautiful shading and almost has like a little bit of an orange sheen to it, but this is tonal river paper, so it could pick up and pull out different properties of the ink. And then we have Kitty Inkpot City of Gardenias, which is a light kind of mauvey purple and some shading, and it's got a little bit of like brown, I feel, that's pulling out in this sample. Then we have Kitty Inkpot Love at -37 degrees. Love this one. This is probably my favorite of the new inks that I bought. It's too bad it's only a 5 ml sample, but if I love it enough down the road, I can always maybe purchase it. But for now, it is beautiful. It's almost like, just gives me like rainbow vibes, even though I know it's not a rainbow, but I love the dark kind of magenta edging that comes out. It's a kind of a pale color, but it still writes really nice. And it has some blues, gray, blue, greens in there, some peachy colors. I really, really love it. And then I also love this Kitty Inkpot Mountain Smoke Beyond the Bamboo Grove. It is a, I don't know, it's not really like a, it's like a light kind of jade green with some dark kind of like forest green black almost edging to it, and some nice shading as well. And I guess I should have prefaced to this that I am not a professional fountain pen connoisseur. This is all kind of what I've picked up and learned along the way, and sort of when I pick up colors, it's really what I see to my eye. So if, you know, Google or, I don't know, any other website tells you differently, or the manufacturer tells you differently, this is, again, full disclaimer, this is just what I see with my own eyes. Moving on to Pen BBS. I first discovered this brand because my friend Rob had sent me a sample of Pen BBS, and I can't remember what the sample color was. I feel like it was a blue. I'll have to look back, but that's when I first discovered this brand. I don't think it's carried in Canada, And I don't know if it's like a Korean brand or, you know, elsewhere, if it's American brand or whatnot, but this is like a nice mauvey, like a deeper mauve, cool tone purple, I would say, with some pinks to it and some darker purple shading. Then we have Kitty Inkpot Moonlit Rose Garden. This is that exclusive color with Soe Soe. I really like it. It is a bit lighter for writing, but I feel like in a broader or medium nib, I think it will be perfect. And then you can see the sheen and the color and the shading and all that stuff. So really love the pinks and kind of purplies that kind of come out. Then we have Diamond Pansy. So this was recommended to me because I was looking for Lamy 2014, Lamy, what's it called? Dark Lilac 2014. I just really love, I love purple and I love gold. And I just love, oh, I'm getting shaky, sorry. I just love the purple with a gold sheen. And I find the new lilac, or sorry, the new Lamy Dark Lilac 2024, which is a newer version of the 2014 or the, oh my goodness, 2016. What did I say before? I don't know. I can't rewind this right now. Anyways, the sheen is different. The sheen is more of a green, a kind of golden green hue or shade, whereas I like the golden one a bit better. But that is apparently a cult classic, and you can really not get it very anywhere anymore. I've looked and looked and looked, unless you want to pay exorbitant prices for it, which I'm not really keen on that. Anyway, someone had recommended Diamond Pansy as a good color match for the Lamy Dark Lilac 2014. And so that's what I have here. And so you can see a little bit of the gold sheen here. It does kind of pull a little bit of greeny gold here, but I think if I had the other sample, it would actually look more gold. I will say too that I really like the Diamond Pansy. I will say too that the reason why I don't want the newer version of the Lamy Dark Lilac is because I feel like I have a lot of purples with green sheens, and I don't know what it is. It's not like I gravitate towards the heavy green sheening inks, but just a few inks in my arsenal that are in that purple family have that green sheen. So a bit odd that I have so many of the similar ones, but now I know for the future. Then we get to Robert Oster Heart of Gold. This is like writing with like, is it gilded gold? Gilded, oh my goodness. Gilded gold. It is beautiful, and I love the black sort of like edging that comes out. I don't know if that's called edging. I'm going to call it edging. And it's almost like a yellow, like a deep yellow, but with lots of shimmer. So definitely love that. And I'm glad I have a full bottle of it because I definitely see myself painting with that as well. And then last is the Wearing Ghoul Persephone. I will get this right eventually. And this is a beautiful cool tone purple as well. It definitely has, it's darker, and I love the purple shimmer in it. And I think it kind of looks pinky in some lighting, or, you know, if I turn it a certain way, but love it. So that is my new inks that I have for, I don't know, for now. I'm super pleased. I didn't realize I also had so many kind of purple tones, but makes sense because I gravitate towards purples and blues, although I'm trying to veer and kind of get a few more different colors. Anyways, if you have a favorite Kitty Inkpot ink that you love, or, you know, a color that you just really love in the green and olives family, please drop it in the comments below. I would love to check it out because I am really on a big Kitty Inkpot kick, as well as green olives right now. So anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you are having just as fun doing all your swatches and journaling. And I'm going to now swatch my inks into my planner and call it a night. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful evening or day wherever you are, and we will see you soon.